Hi, Lori Cantus here with unsuckyourpresentation.com, ridding the world of crappy presentations one PowerPoint at a time. And today we are going to talk about colors because colors matter. And we're going to cover some of the basics here. And the basic thing that you want to know about colors as it relates to PowerPoint is contrast is good. We want lots of contrast on our slides here. You can see this is very easy to read, black and white, simple and safe, but also kind of boring. So if you want to class it up a little bit, you can go with, call this like an eggshell and a dark gray or slate. So that sort of gives a little bit of a different look. Again, you can see easy to read. And I just want to say, don't be afraid of color. You know, as long as it's dark font over light background or very light font over dark background, you will be good. So here's some interesting color combinations. Here are some things to avoid. You want to avoid light and dark of the same color on same colors. You know, although this looks really sort of cool on my monitor, when you are on a projector and speaking in front of a room, your slides will look different than they do on your computer. That was that was a real shocker the first time I saw that. I was like, what happened to my beautiful presentation? So just know that slides or projectors will make your slides look a little different. So one thing is you can use color to emphasize points. Here we say follow the golden rule, which looks a lot different than this slide. This makes it look like the golden rule might be something a little evil outlined in red, but in the gold it does look really nice. You can also use color backgrounds to place text over graphics. As you can see, if you want to say something about this mountain, you can kind of read the white, but it doesn't stand out as much as this does right here. And then of course you can play with the color of the font and things like that. The other important thing is you really want to make sure to appeal to your audience when using colors along with fonts. So here we have an example, the dreaded Comic Sans. We can see that if we are talking about, you know, how to find inner peace, Comic Sans might not be the right way to talk about that particular subject. And also you see we have like lots of different weird colors going on here, and we're going to see the same graphic. Here we have black on white, great contrast, but looks a little too serious and corporate-y. And then here we can, just by changing the color of the font, you know, taking out the dark in the background, you see it's a little bit more of a peaceful slide, which is what we're trying to accomplish when we're talking about inner peace and things like that. And here's another contrasting example for a corporate slide. Maybe we're talking about first quarter sales. You can see this looks a little silly here with all the different crazy colors going on. And then we'll go back to our purple, which looked so nice when we were talking about inner peace, talking to a spiritual group. But here when we're talking about sales and figures and money, yeah, maybe we want to avoid the purple. So here let's change the color just a little bit, and we can see this looks a little bit nicer. So you can see just by changing the colors a little bit, you can get a whole different kind of look. So those are some tips on colors. Just remember, contrast is good, and try to appeal to your audience when choosing the colors. Think about what your audience might like to see and what would make sense for them to see. So those were some tips on color. Hope you enjoyed that. Go forth and create unsucky PowerPoint presentations, and don't forget to visit us at unsuckyourpresentation.com.